Police responded to a hit-and-run crash at the intersection of Moncrief and MLK. While working the crash, suspect vehicle information was developed that led police to the 1000 block of Fraser Street. Officer Clifford Sames, who was following up on the hit-and-run crash, responded and saw 3 individuals standing in the front yard in the 1000 block of Fraser. As he approached the individuals, one of the individuals, unprovoked, opened fire on Officer Sames, and Sames was forced to return fire. Officer Sames struck the suspect several times. The suspect fled and was later found hiding in a shed. The suspect was then transported to UF Health with non-life-threatening injuries. It is unknown at this time if the suspect who fired at Officer Sames is the same suspect that was involved in the earlier hit and run, or what provoked him to open fire on the officer. And if you have any questions for me, I'll be glad to answer them at this time.
Suspect, black male, white male?
Black male suspect, yes.
Got an age change.
I don't. And I need to stress, it's very early in this investigation. We had a very complicated scene, took a long time to get through it, so I'm going to give you a lot more information later. This is just the preliminary that we have.
Was the firearm recovered? Whatever suspect had that they had, has that been recovered?
As of this time, I have no information that we've recovered the firearm yet.
How many times the same shoot?
5 times.
Who shot 5 times?
The officer.
Can you spell it?
It's Clifford, C-L-I-F-F-O-R-D, goes by Cliff. Last name Sames, S-A-M-E-S. His ID number is 63939. He's assigned to patrol Zone 5. He's been on for 12 years, and today will be his second shooting that he's been involved with on duty.
I'm sorry, you said 12 years?
Yes.
Any additional questions? All right, thank you, Chief.
How do we spell the officer's name?
He just spelled it.
Sorry.
S-A-M-E-S. Clifford.
And then is there going to be another briefing later? Or?
There will be another briefing later, yes.
All right. Thank you, Chief.
Wait. Chief, the fact that this is another individual who shot at another police officer less than a week after Officer Benson was shot, can you just talk about that a little bit, please?
Yeah,
the danger that officers
I'd be
face on the
glad
street?
to, and it does illustrate this is a very dangerous job. And if you'll recall, the first shooting that occurred with Officer Benson, that started on a simple traffic stop for a seatbelt violation. Today, it was a routine follow-up to a hit-and-run investigation. It wasn't even a felony hit-and-run. It was a hit-and-run that involved no injuries. The officer's following that up, and all of a sudden he finds himself in a deadly confrontation. So it does illustrate this is a very dangerous job.
And may I ask, please, the location of the hit and run and the location of the shooting, do you know approximately what the distance is between those two?
I do not.
Okay, sorry. That's fine. All right.
How did you guys get the vehicle information?
I don't have that yet. Again, it's very early into it, and today my focus was on the police shooting, but I do know that they developed information that led them to the 1000 block of Fraser Street.
The 1000 block, sir?
And Sames is okay, right? He's not
Sames is okay. He's not injured,
Administratively?
thankfully.
How long?
And yeah, that's per policy.
How long ago did this hit and run happen? Was it today?
It was today, 6 o'clock in the morning.
All right, any additional questions? Thank you, Chief.